Thanks for staying with us. I miss our little pillow talk tune there. Didn't go quite with the graphic. Yeah. Well, thanks for staying with us. We are going to talk about sex, but we're talking about it as a health issue. It's a big part of what you do, and we want to work to remove a stigma so you can view a healthy sex life as part of a healthy overall life, right? It's not bad. Dr. Kristen Mark is here to talk about sex and the health benefits it can ensue. Dr. Marks, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Excited.
This is Monica's second time doing this topic, so
you'll be a little more comfortable this time.
Yes, it's not my first day.
This is not your first rodeo.
Right.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it, because a lot of times when just having the word sex on TV, sometimes people are like, that stigma attached to it.
Totally.
But we're people, it's healthy.
Yeah, it is. It's really healthy. And sex is often also talked about in terms of reducing the risk of negative health outcomes associated with sex, as opposed to really focusing in on like the actual health benefits that sex has, of which there are many.
So let's talk about those.
Yeah, shall we?
Let's talk about those benefits.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of health benefits. So, and these are health benefits related to solo sex, so just masturbation, but also partnered sex. And they are a little bit different for each. So an orgasm, for example, which you can have through masturbation or through partnered sex, that releases oxytocin, which is considered like our love hormone, and a lot of endorphins along with that, which help to decrease stress and help for release. It also relieves things like menstrual cramps, for example, because the contractions that happen are actually moving the congestion away from organs. So there's some benefits in that way. There's also a lot of benefits emotionally. You know, sex can be very bonding between people, and sometimes we just need to be touched. And so whatever that sexual activity might look like for you and your partner, doing that can help to reconnect you and to help your relationship. And we know that there's a lot of data to suggest that both sexual satisfaction and relationship satisfaction are really intertwined. And those really feed into how satisfied we are overall in our lives. When those things aren't going well, that impacts your overall well-being.
Well, I think sex too, I mean, it's supposed to be a bonding experience. I mean, it's supposed to be one of those things. So after fights and all the things.
And we talk about how important communication is when it comes to this, because you want to be on the same page. That's a big part of being healthy.
Absolutely.
But there are some things that can come off as unhealthy in sex as well. What are signs that we want to look for that it's may not be so good for us there?
Sure. Yeah, like if you know, you can go too far with it. If you're like skipping work because you're busy masturbating or something, that is a bit of a reason to kind of
Monica needs to breathe.
Dial it back. That's a reason to dial it back and like to assess, you know, what is actually happening here and whether maybe you might need to go and see a therapist.
Like
and
if it becomes an addiction, is that kind of what you're thinking?
Oh, well, that's a loaded term. So yeah, addiction is it doesn't really have the scientific evidence to support that sex can be an addiction. Now, we can certainly have problematic sexual behavior, and that's sort of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Where it's more like compulsive, but
so all these
it
celebrities
doesn't fit the criteria for an addiction.
And they get caught and they have to do
right, isn't that convenient, right? It really kind of, sex addiction became popular once Tiger Woods was caught cheating on his partner.
Was it a full moon that night?
Might have been. I think it was also Friday the 13th.
Yeah. 13 years old.
So, but in overall, those are things that we will know are bad, and that we're starting to understand that it's affecting other parts of our life.
Yeah, if it's affecting other parts of your life negatively, then certainly taking a look at that. Or if you're engaging in sex and like you don't feel it doesn't give the sort of positive components that you would be looking for, like that it doesn't make you more satisfied in your relationship, then talking to your partner about that, or your partners, and figuring out sort of where that problem is, and then seeking out professional help if you can't sort of dial that down.
Which you just led right into. You can help couples and individuals with this. How do we find you?
You can find me on my website, and it's KristenMark.com.
And you encourage people to come in, and you can help break it down?
Yeah, I'm a professor at UK, and so I don't have a practice open right now, but I can certainly refer you
to the right person.
Yes.
There you go. Well, we always like when you are here.
Yes,
Thank you
so
much. Thank you for your time, because it's something a lot of people don't want to talk about, but this is life.
Right.
Yep. All right.
Is what it is.
And you can't blame it on the full moon. Thank you, Kristen. We appreciate it. Well, so to come, Scarefest 2019 is back in Lexington, complete with over 200 vendors. We have all the details coming up. But first, our resident chef is keeping the flavors of summer fresh with a fruity relish. Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.